Hey, what's up everyone? This is Dom, and today we are getting into another episode of Ask Dom. A lot of you have been reaching out to me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and even Instagram, and today we are going to get to those questions. And if you'd like to leave your own question for me, be sure to drop me a message on any of my social networks using hashtag AskDom. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first question we have comes from Denalol or Dena LOL, and they ask, where did you get your name Macmixing from? Well, that's a very interesting question, and I get asked this quite often actually. So Macmixing actually comes from my history with audio production and music production and stuff like that. So when I started my channel, I actually started out doing audio production tutorials, and then that somehow led into smartphones and technology. I'm still not sure exactly how it happened. That is where Macmixing comes from, because I used to mix music and audio on a Mac. And so I just thought that was clever, and I ran with it, and it stuck to this date. I mean, I just actually recently changed my channel name to Dom Esposito, but you can still find me at youtube.com/Macmixing and pretty much everywhere else.com/Macmixing, though I do also have a new channel URL, which is youtube.com/Dom. So this next question comes from Jack_MCCY, and they ask, do you have any other job except YouTube, and how old are you? So currently YouTube is my main job, but I'm also a writer over at 9to5Mac.com and 9to5Google.com. And if you haven't checked out my work over there or the sites, I'll be sure to leave them linked down below. But to answer your second question, I am 29 and I just had a birthday actually on December 20th. Next up, we got Life.54 asking, did you choose the Tech Life or did the Tech Life choose you? The Tech Life chose me. Next up, we got Mike's Camaro 70 asking, what is your list of top tech of 2014? So to answer that question, I don't actually have a list of top tech for 2014, but I do have my top smartphones of 2014. And if you want to check out that video, I'll be sure to leave it linked down below. For the next one, we got Noah Sheppers asking, what would you be doing if YouTube didn't exist? So that's a very interesting question, and I would probably be doing what I was doing before I started YouTube, which was working in radio. So I was actually in radio for quite a few years before I started the channel, and I continued doing that throughout building the channel, and then eventually I made YouTube my only job. So I'd probably just be back doing radio still if YouTube didn't exist. Next question comes from Max. Well, it's M_A.X__. And he's asking, what are you most looking forward to at CES 2015? So here's the thing, I don't really know what's coming out at CES aside from some little things that have been announced here and there, but nothing major. They all save it for like the day before or the day of when the show starts. And that's what I like the most about CES. It's all kind of an adventure and a mystery and just discovering new things in tech all at the same time. And that's pretty much what I like about the entire show. Next up, we got Blabberhead asking, as a kid, did you care about tech? So to answer your question in short, yes, I did care about tech as a kid. I would fiddle around with motherboards and RAM and hard drives and all kinds of stuff and just piece together anything that I could find to build a functional computer. I was always into tech. I was that big nerd in grade school and everything. I'm still that big nerd, I'm just out of grade school now. Next up, we got Florisvos, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it right, and they ask, hey Dom, where can I buy your intro song? So I get asked this question quite often, actually ever since I put that up as my intro song. And the answer is you can actually buy it now. I made it available for sale for 99 cents on my store, which I will leave linked down below in the description. And for our last question, we have Ian Thomas with, really impressed with Dom 2.0 and the food you post. Can you share any sites or info for recipes, cooking, or healthy living? So if you haven't heard of Dom 2.0, that's actually a new vlog channel that I created where I'm documenting my journey to health. A lot of you have pointed out in the comment section of previous videos that it looks like I lost a little bit of weight, and yes, that is true. And it's all because the diet and exercise routine that I've started to kind of make my life. This is actually how I'm living now. I'm not just doing this on a temporary basis. I needed to do a complete overhaul of how I was treating my body, and I'll leave that first vlog video linked down below in the description in case you want to check it out and see what I've been going through. But as far as the food that I've been eating, well, there's quite a few places that I've been getting these recipes from online. I'll leave some sites that I favorite most down in the description, so go ahead and check those out. But other than that, I've kind of just been whipping things together to see what happens. I know there are very specific things that I need to keep in my diet to make sure I'm getting proper nutrients and stuff like that, but I've just kind of been experimenting with different things. So that about wraps it up for this episode of Ask Dom. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to ask your own questions, be sure to hit me up on my social networks, which are linked down below, and be sure to use hashtag AskDom. Alternatively, you can drop a comment on this video, and I will use those questions for the next episode as well. So be sure to leave this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and have a great day. You know, that's such a great question. That's such a great question, Max.